Hello, everyone, and we're back again. It's nice outside, so we're all in a good mood.
I know. Finally.
I
Except for
know.
the mosquitoes that
Listen,
can F right off.
and the squirrels.
Well, they don't bite you in the palm of your hand while you're trying to enjoy a nice sunny evening.
Anyway,
Stupid
welcome
mosquito.
back to another episode of Paranormal. We are your hosts. I am Rachel, and we have
Jazz. And tonight, you'll notice this is not Chester in a different outfit. This is his brother, Spectre. Spectre did make an appearance with Chester not too long ago, but was a little upset when he wasn't invited last week, so he's here by himself today.
you might want
Oh,
to turn it on.
yeah, I was going to say, I better turn on your app there. So we'll see what he has to say now he's alone and the star of the show. We'll see. We'll see if he has, we'll see how he communicates. See what I did there? Take it away. Oh, I didn't mean to.
Well, what's new with us? We did some paranormal meetups.
Yes, it was a massive success.
Mm-hmm. And there's another one in May at the Zen shop. So again, and that one has a topic of haunted Oshawa. So we'll be like all the stuff in haunted Oshawa.
I hope that maybe there's some people who have buildings that we can go to, non-residential, because residential is always a little tricky. But maybe they could be like, well, I work at so-and-so and we could probably have you come there. That would be great.
That would be wonderful.
Oh, that would be so nice.
When this airs, we will have come back from an investigation. So that will be fun. We will have investigated a little farmhouse called Spruce Lane, and that is going to be in Oakville at Bronte Creek Provincial Park. I love your
another provincial park. Good girl, Evie.
Gotta love dogs.
Demonic
yours
voice.
Yours is no longer a baby. She's kind of in the toddler phase. Reginald.
Reginald.
Not Spectre, it's Reginald. Getting it wrong.
Maybe there's a Reginald at the place we're going to on Saturday. Or maybe Reginald the duck is what he's saying. Or maybe Reginald is from down the street. Reginald, you have to give us your last name, darling, please. That's the only way we know how to contact you.
Or find you.
So,
because we're not really talking about anything and anyone specific today, because our topic today is really why ghosts choose to communicate the way they do, which is pretty much crap most of the time.
It really is. It's infuriating, to be honest with you. Let's just face it.
It is. So I have my notes, and I guess we'll just start off with super little basic ones here. And then I'll go kind of into like more of a written thing afterwards. Yes. Okay. So,
and Spectre, if you want to communicate with us, please try and do it in a really good way that makes sense.
Don't do it in a Chester way.
Yeah.
Or a Harold.
Or where you're just spitting out words that don't make sense.
Yeah. Join the conversation. Get in there. Yes. Tell us how you communicate, not through the device. Use a good word. Just don't say app. Like,
or fuck you. Eat shit.
That's more of a Chester.
Ooh. Oh.
You must help.
Oh, well, we will help. We just don't know how to. Oh, is this Reginald still? We must help Reginald. Okay, again, tell us how to help. Anyways.
My notes are over like right here, like to my right for this weekend.
Maybe.
Okay, I have to
last name.
All right, let's see.
We do need your last name, Reginald. We can't help you if we don't know who or what you are. Not what you are. That's fine. You can look. But this is what we mean. So, I mean, we're not saying that these apps are 100% and that we are actually talking
Oh, he's
to
from ancient
guys.
times. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Well, for goodness sakes, Reginald from ancient times. Well, can you give us a specific time, please? Like a date? A year?
A year would
Can
be
you?
fantastic.
And if you could give us like an area, I mean, are you from around here? Are you from where we're going on Saturday?
There's no Reginalds, but there's a lot of Ronalds.
Maybe. No, I don't think.
See,
I
and
don't
if you were
know.
clear with your communication, we'd find you. Anyways.
Exactly.
All right. So, reasons why ghosts can't really communicate so well. One, energy problems, which is the most common theory. So, most investigators believe spirits need energy to communicate. It's pretty obvious. Think of it like trying to run a full podcast setup on a dying AA battery, and Jay is home, so it's about to get loud because my window is open. So clear speech equals high energy demand. Knocks, taps, whispers equals low energy output. Do you feel me? So instead of, hello, Rachel, welcome back to Wildwood, you get taps. Because that's all they can manage.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Ethan. 2, manifestation isn't easy. If spirits exist, they're not physical like us. To speak clearly, they'd have to manipulate air vibrations, so sound waves, control vocal structure, which they don't physically have, and it long enough to form words. So that's a lot of effort. Knocking something over or tapping on a wall, way simpler.
It's very true.
Mm-hmm.
We love talking. Contrary to what you just said, they actually love talking.
Apparently, I'm fucking wrong. Frequency mismatch. Some theories suggest spirits exist on different frequencies or planes, which I think we've talked about before.
Absolutely.
So what we hear might be distorted attempts at speech, partial communication bleeding through, and like tuning an old radio and only catching static.
And night whispers. That's what you're hearing.
EVP in a nutshell. Like, really, dude? Like, he's like,
he's like spot on with all the stuff tonight.
You asked me for my input on this topic.
Yeah, exactly. Here we go.
Number 4, our brains fill in the gaps.
Oh, well, there's 2 of us, him and Reginald. So let's not give him all the credit.
Him and Chester, night whispers.
That's true. Oh.
All right. So humans are wired to find patterns. So when we hear our brain goes, did it just say get out? Yeah. Sometimes it did. Sometimes your brain just went full horror mode, like movie mode.
Exactly. Oh.
So environment matters. Certain conditions seem to help. So old buildings, materials may store energy. High EMF areas and quiet environments, even then, rarely crystal clear.
So he just said tenderness, and it's because I gave him like a little kiss on the ear. My God. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Spectre. He's on the ball.
Jay's home, and he's like, that what?
Is he wearing sunglasses?
Yeah. No, what's wrong with it?
It's a different one. That's a new one. That's Spectre. Jay's like, what the fuck?
There's something wrong.
Yeah, there is. All right. The non-paranormal reality check. Let's be real for a second. And then in brackets, I have Rachel mode activated. A lot of what people experience can also be house settling, so knocks and creaks, pipes, hello 3 a.m. demon impersonators, wind, craft, animals. We just experienced that at Wildwood. And audio pareidolia, which is hearing words and noise. So part of the reason we don't get clear communication is because there may not be anything trying to communicate.
But he can make it cold.
He can make it cold.
So
He is literally trying to prove me wrong on everything.
I know.
So why EVPs seem clearer sometimes? So audio recorders sometimes pick up clearer voices than our ears. Theories, the device captures frequencies we can't hear. Playback allows analysis and enhancement, or we're just better at overanalyzing them. All right, so the big takeaway, if spirits are real, communication is likely weak, inconsistent, energy limited, and easily distorted. Which is why we get taps, knocks, whispers, and vibes.
Yes.
And not, hello, I'm Charles Beck, and I died in 1915. Please subscribe to your channel. And if that happened, that would be fucking iconic. I would use that.
I mean, we did one day have, we are related.
Who's related?
Who's related?
You and Chester? You and Kaz? Be some dead person? I'm confused.
Is Reginald related? Can you please clarify how we're related and who's related? Please. You're doing a great job, Spectre. Good job. Now, when we were at the Beck house, we were talking about the Becks and we got, my name is Charles. And I think both Ryan and Brenda nearly fell out of their chairs when that happened because we were talking about them. So sometimes it does happen. Mm-hmm. Is it just coincidence? I don't know.
Is it the phone listening?
Mm-hmm. But precisely.
Again, yeah. So I don't know. All right. So those are just like kind of the basics, but you know, spirits and ghosts communicating isn't not just talking, it's just how they just show up, how they manifest, like how they communicate with us. And you know, there's a lot of times that we ask for them to show themselves, right? Mm-hmm. So why ghosts are terrible at taking photos. I really went into this one. So you ever notice that for beings who supposedly exist in every haunted location on Earth, ghosts are absolutely useless at taking a decent photo? Like, if spirits are really all around us, why is every paranormal...
Ambrose again. We get Ambrose all the time.
Well, maybe Ambrose needs to tell us his last name, because I know an Ambrose. Yeah. A dead end one.
Oh, anyways. So who's related?
Well,
is
not
related. No,
maybe
I was like, oh, I don't know.
So like, if spirits are really all around us, why is every paranormal photo either a blurry mist, one suspicious blob, or what looks like a sneeze on the lens? Right?
Yeah.
Seriously, it's 2026. We have phones that can photograph the moon, identify birds, and make us look 10 years younger against our will. And yet ghosts still out here producing images that look like they were taken with a potato during an earthquake. If ghosts want people to believe in them, they're doing a terrible job from a PR standpoint. So you would think that after all these years, one spirit would figure it out just once. Give us a, hi, I am Thomas. I died here in 1887. Here's my headshot. But no. Instead, it's always, here is half a shoulder, one mysterious streak of light, and a face hidden in 7 pixels. Good luck.
It's very true. I say it all the time.
It makes so much sense. All right, and don't even get me started on ghost selfies. Imagine haunting a place for 150 years and still not understanding framing. But you've had nothing but time.
Open your mind, man. Open
no
your
job,
mind.
No errands, no taxes, and yet your photography skills are still accidental thumb over the lens. Maybe that's the real tragedy of the afterlife. What were you going to say?
Agreed. I think so many times really haunted places have CCTV cameras up. Nothing. They get the mist or the shadow figure that is very questionable.
Mhm.
And I agree. Now, is it just because technology is still not quite capable of capturing energy? Maybe. But I don't know.
I don't know either. Nice shoes.
Nice shoes.
I'm not
He
wearing.
does actually, he has really nice shoes. I don't know if I can lift his shoe
Take
up
a
without him
picture of
falling. Here's his shoe. It
it.
is really nice, but I don't know that he was talking to me.
No,
I
probably
also wonder if he's being sarcastic sometimes, like, nice shoes. I'm not wearing any, so I'm not sure who he's talking to. Are you talking about my slippers on the floor?
not. Oh
Dare
my
you?
God. All right. And honestly, all right, some ghosts seem downright committed to being bad at it. They'll appear in the farthest corner of a dark hallway behind 3 chairs, a dusty mirror, and one guy blinking. Why? Why are you hiding like a cryptid intern? Step forward, hit the lighting, serve spectral confidence. Instead, paranormal investigators are left zooming in 400% going, is that a face? And everyone else is like, no, that's a lampshade, Karen.
Yeah.
Then there are the classic orbs. Ah, yes. The ghost community's favorite low effort contribution. Just a floating speck of dust catching the flash, and suddenly I have crossed dimensions to say hello. No, you didn't, Gerald. You floated past the camera because the room hasn't been cleaned since 1994.
Oh my gosh. Where were we that I just said? Do you think this is an orb? Oh, it was Wildwood.
Yeah.
And
No,
then we both realized it was just a bug cruising around.
and if it is a ghost, even worse, because apparently the best evidence they can manage is becoming a tiny glowing circle with no personality. Archibald.
Reginald Archibald.
Archibald Reginald. That sounds like
Ambrose.
fuck. We're old tonight. Okay, at this point, ghosts need media training. We need to hold seminars. Ghost photography 101. Stand still. Stop manifesting in vapor form. Stop choosing the darkest room in the building. And for the love of all things haunted, stop appearing as a single blurred elbow. Honestly, maybe that's why EVPs are so much more popular. Ghosts know they can't photograph themselves properly. So they're like, forget it. Just record me whispering, get out into a Nokia from 2004. And even then, they're bad at that too. So maybe the truth is this: ghosts aren't trying to be mysterious. They're just deeply, profoundly bad with technology, which is fair. Which, to be fair, is relatable. Because if I died in 1892 and you handed me an iPhone, I'd probably just produce a blurry hallway goblin shot and call it a day. Bless you. Bless you.
The goblin came out.
That was a goblin shot, all right. Oh, he's here.
Oh my god. Oh, the goblin?
Archibald?
Archibald?
Isn't there an
Hi, Archibald.
Would you have an Archibald?
What? Devitt?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I'd have to look. There might be. Is this one of the Devitts? Is it? I mean, he did say there's 2 of us, so maybe one of the Devitts is here tonight. That's cool.
All right, now we're going to go on to voices.
Ooh.
Why ghosts only whisper and refuse to speak like normal people?
Hmm.
All right. So let's talk about something that has annoyed paranormal investigators since the dawn of time. What the hell are you doing?
I've got
Why do ghosts only whisper? You are for reason up.
What?
What?
Am I here?
You're there, but you're very pixelated.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe there's a storm coming.
There is.
So, yes.
All right. So why do ghosts only whisper? Like, you're telling me spirits can allegedly move objects, drain batteries, appear in mirrors, haunt entire buildings, but speaking at a normal indoor volume, absolutely not out of the question. It's always, hello, get out. It's never, hi, welcome in. Thanks for visiting. I died in 1874. Here's what happened. No clarity, no projection, no customer service voice. Just haunted ASMR.
Pretty much. Oh, the footsteps follow.
And listen, we've all heard EVPs. You play it back, and suddenly everyone turns into an audio detective. Did you hear that? It said leave. Meanwhile, someone else is like, that literally sounded like a chair moving. And then there's always that one person that said, no, it said Steve.
Well, we've done an episode on EVPs, so I mean, yeah.
So ghost communication is like the worst game of paranormal telephone tag ever created. And you have to wonder, why are they whispering? Are ghosts shy? Is there some kind of afterlife rule like, please keep all hauntings at a respectable library volume?
Oh, I'm sorry. Killer? Archbold?
Killer footsteps follow? What? Follow what? That's awful. Anyways, because honestly, it feels like every haunted location is being run by a ghost librarian. This is a place of eternal suffering, not a nightclub. Or maybe they think they're yelling. Like, imagine you pass away in 1820, right? No microphones, no speakers, no concept of recorded audio. So you're there going, I am communicating clearly. And on our end, it sounds like static, faint breath, a distant wheeze.
This is very true.
Yes. Honestly, it just might be a massive tech mismatch. We're over here with digital recorders, spirit boxes, noise reduction software, and ghosts are still running on tap twice for yes.
Maybe it's like, when you're underwater and you yell, but it's like, maybe because it's got to come through all these sound waves and frequencies.
Did you ever do that when you were a kid? Like, go under the water and be like, tell me what I'm saying. And then you.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just me.
To the devil is real, by the way. But yes, I did do that a lot.
Good. Like I said, glad I'm not the only one. And ghosts are still running on tap twice for yes, which, by the way, is the most frustrating communication system ever invented. Are you here with us? Knock once for yes, twice for no. Knock, knock, knock. Cool. Amazing. That clears up absolutely nothing.
I've never understood why people are like, are you here? Tap once for yes or twice for no. If they're not here.
Yeah, why would they won't tap at all? Like, for fuck's sakes. I'd be a ghost. I'm just gonna bang the hell out of this.
Surprise! Surprise! We're not tapping because we're not here.
Oh yeah, and don't get me started on how dramatic they are. They never say things normally. It's never, I'm in the hallway. It's always, I am here. Why are you stretching words?
Yeah.
We are not in a horror movie trailer, sir. Just give us the information. And yet, despite all of this, we still lean in. We still replay it. We still boost the audio like, wait, there was definitely something there. Because as frustrating as it is, that whisper, that barely their voice, it's almost worse than if they just spoke clearly. Because your brain fills the gaps, your imagination takes over, and suddenly that tiny, unclear sound becomes something way bigger. So maybe ghosts aren't bad at communicating. Maybe they're just very good at being unsettling. Or they're just the worst communicators of all time and refuse to update their software. Honestly, both feel equally likely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of the banging and the thumping, in my next little segment, why ghosts always bang and thump. All right. So we need to address the absolute lack of subtlety, oh my God, in the ghost community. Yeah, literally. Well, if your stomach is banging and thumping.
Yeah,
Because
I don't
if
want to know what demons are going to come out after that to
it's gonna be
communicate.
killer. It's gonna be killer. There might be footsteps that follow after that too.
Yeah, running down the hallway. Get out of the way.
Oh my god. All right, because if there's one thing that ghosts
We have spoke before.
Oh.
Thanks
Well,
for clearing it up.
I know there's tons of you. All right, because if there is one thing ghosts love, it's making as much noise as humanly, well, spiritually possible. Banging, thumping, footsteps, doors slamming like they're in a dramatic soap opera. And the question is, why are ghosts so aggressively noisy? Why? Why are they aggressively noisy? You would think for beings that are supposed to be mysterious and elusive.
Oh, careful. Stop mocking them.
I'm not.
We got a killer around here.
So you would think for beings that are supposed to be mysterious and elusive, they'd go for something a little more refined. A gentle tap, a polite hello, maybe a well-timed cough. But no. Instead, it's bang, bang, thud, drag. So it was like a simple night at Wildwood.
Yeah.
It's like,
mysterious bangs.
Like, sir, are you haunting the house or renovating it? Honestly, half the time, it sounds less like a ghost and more like someone trying to assemble IKEA furniture in the afterlife.
Oh.
It's hell.
It's hell. Yeah.
An investigator, us included, immediately snap into action. Did you hear that? Yes, that was definitely something. Meanwhile, it could be the building settling, pipes expanding, or just a ghost absolutely losing their mind because we asked the same question for the 14th time.
Yeah.
And the curtains burned.
And then the curtains burned and we went, oh shit.
Are you here with us? Bang. Yeah, I'd bang on a wall too at that point. And here's the thing. If ghosts are trying to communicate, they have chosen the least helpful method possible. Because what does a bang mean? Is it yes? Is it no? Stop talking? I died here? There's a draft? We don't know.
We don't
we just
know.
stand there like, do it again.
It's so true. If you're
And
here,
then
the sound?
it does it again. And suddenly everyone's like, intelligent response. Okay, hear me out. It's a ghost going, oh my God, I already answered you. And why is it always so dramatic? It's never light tap on the table. It's always full force wall punch from the void. And we've heard a few of those.
We have. And it makes you go, if you can do that, why can't you do blah, blah, blah? Why can't you
Exactly.
touch the equipment? No, you've just got to pommel the friggin' drywall.
Like, ghosts skip straight past subtle communication and went, let's go with construction site energy. And the footsteps. This is funny because this is what's up now. The classic, someone walking upstairs when nobody's there. And I can tell you, we've heard this before. Ghosts don't float peacefully. No. They stomp. Heavy, deliberate, like they're wearing steel-toe boots from 1893.
Oh, wait and see.
Well, I will. It's like, what are you doing up there? Pacing, cardio, training for the afterlife Olympics? And don't even get me started on doors. Ghosts love doors.
Is this whole episode about Wildwood?
I know. I feel like as I'm just talking about that. They love closing them, opening them, slamming them, because nothing says I'm an ancient spirit. Literally, I have that written down here. Trying to reach across dimensions, like aggressively shutting a door mid-investigation. At this point, it feels less like communication and more like ghosts just discovered they can make noise and they are abusing the privilege. But here's the twist. As chaotic and unclear as banging and thumping is, it works. Because nothing, and I mean nothing, gets your attention faster than a loud, unexplained noise in an empty building. Your brain immediately goes, nope, absolutely not. So maybe ghosts aren't bad communicators. Maybe they're just using the most effective method possible. Fear first, clarity never, and compassion, according to Spectre.
And having compassion.
Or they're just out here for eternity, slamming things around with absolutely no follow-up explanation.
Yeah, that's Wildwood.
Literally, like the last like 3 little things that
yes.
I is all Wildwood.
Now, the banging and stuff, you can easily sort of say, oh, it's just plumbing or it's the house set. But when we heard those crazy footsteps, they were walking across the room down the hallway, and the 3 of us were like, we know for a fact there's no one upstairs.
Well,
and
you also remember
animals.
No, you also remember too with Wildwood, they have 1 bathroom and it's on the main floor. Gravity tells you that when you flush the toilet, it goes down. It doesn't go up.
But it wouldn't sound like those were such distinct footsteps. It stopped us all dead in our tracks. I have it somewhere on audio. It was for our live. I think we were doing a live. So we have it somewhere. But there was no mistaking that those were crazy footsteps. And it wasn't like 1 or 2, it was an entire,
it was a
like
walk.
they went from one end to the other. And an animal would not, like, animals make, when it's an animal.
Animals
like last time we were there, we heard they're like,
yeah.
And we were like, what the fuck?
But even if an animal was to walk across the floor, like out in the open, it would sound more like a scamper, right?
And not heavy footsteps.
No, not like
it
somebody
was
was wearing boots.
stomping.
Like the old shoes, like, resentment.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I will get on with my last point. How do ghosts communicate with each other? Do they text?
Can you imagine?
Okay, serious question. We spend so much time trying to figure out how ghosts communicate with us. But no one's asking the real question. The real question, not the wheel.
The real question.
Apparently, I can't even communicate. How do ghosts communicate with each other? Like, what's happening on the other side? Because there's no way they're just silently floating around for eternity like, yes, another 300 years of awkward eye contact. Absolutely not. There has to be some kind of system. And naturally, the first thought is, do ghosts text? Because we're just in that day and age. Dying in 1872 and suddenly getting access to ghost iMessage. Hey, you haunting tonight? Can't. Humans are here again asking dumb questions. Tell them to stop saying, if you're here, knock twice. And you just know there's one ghost who overuses emojis. I died. Well,
that's how he let us know. I died.
But then what if ghosts don't text? What if they're more old school? Like ghost phone calls? Just float around with invisible rotary phones like, hello? Yes, Margaret. I've been haunting the West Wing since 1843. The vibes are terrible. And then you get paranormal investigators like, did you hear that? A faint ringing sound. Yeah, it's a ghost taking a call. Hold on, I've got another group here asking if I died here. But honestly, the most likely answer, they're probably communicating telepathically, which makes sense. Because if you've existed for 200 years, you're not about to yell across the hallway like, hey, John, you still haunting the basement? No. It's more like ghost Wi-Fi. Instant, silent, and efficient. Which honestly makes it even more awkward for us. Because imagine ghosts having full, clear conversations with each other. Like, yeah, the investigators are back.
I'm a little sad.
Yeah. Are they asking the same
Sad.
question? Of course they are. Should we answer? No. Just knock once and confuse them. And then we're standing there like, was that intelligent? Meanwhile, they've already had a full team meeting about us. And here's a thought. What if ghosts can communicate clearly? They just choose not to with us. Like we're the annoying group chat they've muted. And then as TPS has entered the building, mute notifications.
Well,
TPS, those of you that don't know, is the Paranormal Seekers, not Toronto Police Services. And every once in a while, it goes accidentally interacts like thump. And the others are like, why? Why would you engage? Now they won't leave. Arm. There's probably a ghost hierarchy too. You've got the experienced ghosts or the experienced spirits. Oh my God.
that was a tongue twister.
Full operations. The newer ghosts like, how do I haunt? And one chaotic ghost who just throws things for attention. Every group has one. And you just know they're judging our equipment. Oh, look, they brought the spirit box again. Cool, let's say one random word and watch them spiral. Did it just say banana? It means something. No, it doesn't. The ghosts are trolling you. At this point, I'm convinced ghosts communicate perfectly fine with each other. They've got their own system, their own language, probably better signal than we do. They just look at us and go, yeah, we're not explaining any of this. And honestly, fair. Because if a group of humans walked into your space every weekend, like, can you make a noise? Can you touch this? Can you repeat after me? You'd be like, I'm putting this conversation on silent.
Which is very true. We talk about that so many times. Like when we go to Langs or to Settlers and we joke that the ghosts are like, oh, for God's sakes, here they are again.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes, like last year, I felt like we were at Settlers every other weekend. So
Pretty much.
It's us going in there with a different group each time, but we're asking the same thing. And I would imagine Jean is like, get the fuck out. Like, just fuck off and leave me alone. Stop
How about
asking
you just
me.
come in there and don't say a fucking word and just let me talk?
So, they call us out.
Call out.
It's true. But I mean, I think there's been numerous times that we've done a spirit box session or an Estes session where we're like, there's two people having a conversation here, and you can clearly hear two people over the devices just having a conversation, and you just feel like you're witnessing it.
And you know what the funny thing is? We had that at Langs. When we investigated there the very first time, it was me and Allison and another investigator, and we were in the guest services building, and we were just sitting in the hallway, like where the bathrooms are. And we were sitting there, and there was this man and this woman, and they were like going back and forth on the ghost box. And we were like, we can hear you. And one of them goes, oh.
And one of them said, Margaret.
Margaret goes, oh, right? Like, oh shit, they can hear us, right? And then they stopped after that, which, and then we've also had times when, we've done public events at a location in Oshawa here, and they were like really small. Anyone could come. And we had a group of people that thought like everything was a joke. And you literally hear on the ghost box, you hear some man go, fuck this. And it just completely stopped. Like there was no more communication whatsoever. I'm learning to use it. Margaret's just learning to use it.
There you go.
And then after this group left, we had felt so bad for the other people that were with them. We asked them if they wanted to stay a little longer and try another ghost box session. And as soon as we did that, it picked right back up again. As soon as right? So, maybe they are picky choosy. Again, if you don't want to talk to somebody in real life, you're not just going to go out of your way to talk to them, right? So,
well, we've discussed before at the place we shall not name that the first time we went there was one of the most wildest experiences
That was
I
wild.
know I've ever had, but that we've ever had. The second time we went with some staff members, and Allison and I had a particular person in our group who was, I don't know if she thought she was being cool. I don't know, but she was being extremely rude and disrespectful to the spirits. She was just being like, this is bullshit. This isn't even, I thought stuff was supposed to happen. Why is nothing happening? Like, that's how she was talking. And Alice and I just kept looking at each other because we're like, something isn't right. It was so, pardon the pun, dead compared to the first time we went. And I think I even text in the group chat, this house does not like this group of people. And then they left and we remained because we had to take the equipment down. And it was just us and the like guest service person and a security guard, and all hell broke loose. All of a sudden, our equipment started going off, voices started coming through, and we were like, where were you last 2 hours?
Yeah.
But probably because
they were in a portal.
They were in a portal.
That place is a portal.
Oh gosh. Probably because they picked up on this said person, or, you know, I think there was more than one. And like you said, they're just like, fuck them. Why would I bother communicating for these assholes? And then when they left, they were like, here we are. Da-da-da. So it was unreal. And I will never forget that security guard's face because they called out his name, not once, but like 4 times. And he's like, how do they know my name? It was the best. And we had no idea who he was because he just showed up to like,
to
be
help.
there to make sure we locked up properly.
Pretty much,
Well, he had to lock us up, but lock up the place. So it's not like we knew he was coming or anything along those lines. Like he just showed up and they started saying his name and he was like, how do they know my name? It was the best.
Listen, and
I wonder if
that's
he still works there.
Too is like when you're talking about communicating, it's great, right? Like there's lots of things that you hope to get, but there's a whole bunch of things sometimes that comes through that you aren't prepared to hear or don't expect. Like, you know, like things you don't think that they would talk about, but they do. And they like to share times. It's just, and a lot of it sometimes is just random, right? But it could make sense if you did your research.
Yeah. Well, there's been times when I've been doing like a Reiki session and
he thrives on fear.
Okay. There'll be times when I'm doing a energy session and stuff like I'll see something or feel something or hear something and I'm like, I don't know what this means. Like to me, it would make no sense, but to the person, it makes total sense. So maybe spirits are saying things kind of like hieroglyphics in some way. It means something to someone, but to us, we're like, what the absolute fuck?
And that's the thing too, like when you're doing these investigations and stuff, you should have somebody that does a lot of research into the location, not just like the building, but the people, the land, the area, because something could come through that means something to somebody or something that happened in the building or the land or whatever. And if you have that research, you can pinpoint that. And then you could start to, you know, focus, you know, your questions or your experiments on that, right? Like,
or you'll know who you're talking to. I will give you props for that. I mean, pretty much every time we go. Because ahead of time you do the research.
I do.
But prime example, we were at Lang's Pioneer Village and I was with a group and we had the Tempest and I given it to someone and they were going off whatever. And she came back and she's like, I think it's broken because it keeps saying asylum worker. And I'm like, does anyone here work for an asylum? We're not near one. I guess it's broken. So off we go. We came back to the guest services for our break. And I said to you, here's the Tempest. I think it's broken. It keeps saying asylum worker. And you went, you didn't read the booklet, did you? And it was in the Miller cabin.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And lo and behold, one of the old Millers that worked there, he left.
Hmm.
I understand you say. He left his job there to move to London, Ontario to work at the asylum.
Hmm.
So he was an asylum worker. If I had have read the research that you did, then we would have probably been able to go, oh,
No
Frank or
rat
whatever his
torture.
name was, were you doing rat torture at the time? It's funny it said rat torture because when I was in the mill with a bunch of people, which is also at Lions, we kept getting stuff about rats and rat torture and that we had to go downstairs. And when we went downstairs is when we got that crazy whistle weird sound thing. So isn't that interesting that we're talking about it? Thanks.
We're
Thanks for
communicating.
communicating that with us. But
That's
yes,
hilarious.
so, and we strengthen the point. Thank you, Spectre. But yes, it's true. If I had have looked up or read a little bit more into it, maybe that's how he was trying to communicate. Was like, I was the asylum worker or whatever.
Mhm.
That was me knocking
And that,
Spectre, by the way. He didn't just move across the screen on his own
and that,
accord.
and by saying that, if you had looked, you would have been able to pinpoint who he was. He was describing himself.
Exactly. Because maybe he was trying to say his name and the Tempest didn't have his name in the, I don't know, log of words that he had. So he's like, oh, but it has asylum worker. That's the best way to describe me. So yeah.
See? And that's the other thing about the whole communication thing is sometimes
Sorry.
it's not literal what they're trying to say. Like you have to like look at it in a different way. So like when we asked, the one time I can't remember where we were, and we were like, "How many spirits are here?" And the obulus said one, WON, right?
Right.
So again, it could have meant one as in the number, but that was the only thing that it could get up. So you got to kind of really look at what the word is being said. Cyrus.
It's a strange name to come out with.
Random. That's an old name.
Cyrus strength. So exactly. And other times we'll just be like, whoa, Cyrus strength. Ooh, who knows? Who knows?
But yeah, so that's communication. I don't know. We get some good stuff. We get some
We
good
do.
weird stuff. Some stuff makes no sense whatsoever.
Exactly. And I think we do a really good job of doing the due diligence to be like, okay, was that a bang or was that just the pipes settling or doing whatever? So we don't just always jump to it's a ghost.
Yeah.
Or, we take these apps for what they are. Sometimes they're eerily on point and it makes us go, whoa. But we're not saying necessarily it's 100%
Yeah.
ghosties. But it's hard to sort of go
Exactly.
when you say,
Why have you come?
have you come? And they tell us. So when we're sitting there and, the REM pod hasn't done anything. And then we said, if you're here, can you touch that red light? And it goes off. And then we go, oh, 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 oh. And then we're like, thank you. Can you do it again? And it goes off again. It's really hard to be like, that was nothing. That was coincidence.
I know.
So it's tricky. And then, the footsteps that Elizabeth makes. So it's tough. Like, and again, it's very frustrating. I would love it if we could sit down and be like, okay, hi, what's your name, first and last? And when were you born? Date. When did you die? And how did you die? Blah, 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 blah. It would be wonderful if they were like, okay, everyone, gather around. Here we go. but they don't. They're like, and you're like, what? Yeah.
I'm gonna look up that name now.
And it's all in your mind. Which name? Because we've got Elizabeth, Cyrus,
I think it's
Archibald.
Elizabeth Cyrus.
If there's an Elizabeth Cyrus,
Listen, I'm gonna look it up right now before we...
that would be great. And then, like, look at Mildred. I mean, how much of a coincidence was that she kept coming through saying her name and then last name, first and last name, and then she's buried down the street? I don't know.
I don't know either.
It's a tough one. And we haven't really had Mildred for a while. She hasn't really shown up. She's kind of like, thanks. And then Gladys Thompson. Thompson? I don't remember which one her last name was. I think it was Thompson. That was another one. But then other people, maybe they don't know what their last name is. Or they're like, I gave you my first name. Jesus Christ. Listen, everyone
There's no
was...
Elizabeth Cyrus in all of Ontario, at least on Find a Grave. That doesn't mean there isn't.
Oh.
But not on Find a Grave.
I thought you were looking up the place we're going to on the weekend.
No.
That we would have just been to.
No.
That would
Nothing.
be...
I'm pretty sure there's Elizabeth's because it's old. There's
always Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Guarantee you there's a
Elizabeth.
Mary and a Margaret.
Elizabeth, darling, what's your last name? Do you like God?
Is that a trick question?
Yeah. I mean, who's asking?
God is it though?
Mm.
Are we talking about like the Christian God? Or are we talking about like Hindu gods? Like, what are we talking about?
Define God.
Oh, I'm from your house again.
I'm from your house. Well, who was I supposed to look up? Archibald Devitt? Is that who it was? You better watch it. If you knock that cup off, you're gonna be a dead dog.
Let me see if I can find that one now.
Yeah, well, here, let's look you up. Sorry, Spectre, I gotta get real close for a second. Rachel.
I should have pulled out my stuff for this house here. I had it. I found it the other day.
Dead people in your bushes. That's the email you sent me.
Yes, I am here.
Oh, wait. Elizabeth Ann Braden Mills. She was married to John Devitt. So she would have, well, I don't think she lived necessarily in my house. She was just married to, because Matthew Devitt was the one. Matthew Devitt was the one that lived mostly here. Elizabeth Devitt, Elza. She died here. So the Devitt family owned all of the street that I live on.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, there's two Elizabeths connected. And it said, didn't it say I lived in your house or something?
Yeah, they said twice.
I'm from your house. Yes, I'm here. Elizabeth Mind.
We can do a whole episode of just this.
Yeah, see? See how easy it is to communicate with spirits? Jeez.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, well, if you had some really good communication with spirits and dead people, we'd love to hear it or see it. If you have like a real photo that's not a friggin' orb. Frustration.
And you're not, if you're frustrated with the way spirits talk, contact us. 1-800-FRUSTRATION.
Anyway, send us your clear communications, your amazing photos or whatever that you've had. Feel free to send it to us or post it on our Facebook, Instagram. Well, don't think you post. Yeah, on Facebook or send it to us. We'd love to see it. Or tell us about, the time when you got some really awesome clear communication. What the heck was that? Was that your dog?
No, I thought that
No.
was on your end. Oh,
No.
clear communication.
It's a big growl.
I don't know. I thought that was on your end.
No. It's quiet here.
Okay.
Well, anyways, perfect ending to this episode.
As always. Can you
What
say
if
bye? Say bye for Spectre, please.
Is
Say
next week-
goodbye.
Is next week Ouija boards?
Yes, it sure is. I'm trying to figure out. My basement doesn't get very good reception, or else I would do it from my Ouija board area because I have like a whole bunch of Ouija board stuff. So instead, I might just have to take a picture of it, and that could be my background.
There you go. Perfect. We're going to talk about Ouija boards.
Yep.
That's next week's episode, everyone. But until then, have fun. Communicate wisely.
Can you
Grace.
say goodbye?
He says
Grace.
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 He's saying grace.
He's gonna say grace. That's why I asked if you like God. He's like, I'm gonna be saying grace, so I don't know if you like God or not.
I still got to make
That's
dinner, so perfect.
There you go. You can go say grace.
Yeah.
Anyways.
I guess we just found out that Spectre is very religious.
Uh-oh.
There was a lot of God talk tonight. He's very and devil. He talked about the devil.
He said it's
God.
real. He
See?
did say it's real. We're probably gonna have to have a conversation, Spectre, about me and my beliefs. So I'll communicate that with you, and we'll see how that goes.
There you go. And he can
Thanks.
communicate back what he thinks.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But anyways, have a great week, everyone.
Thanks.
And
Yeah. And thanks for hanging out with us. You did a great job by yourself, Spectre. Well done.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to tell
learned a
Chester.
We learned, you can communicate way better.
Yeah. We're going to have to tell Chester he's out of a job. I don't think he'll be sad because he stole the show. You did. You did a great job. Thank you. I should never have doubted you. Not that I did. Please don't murder me.
So next week I'll bring Harold on and he can help us talk about Ouija boards.
Are you going to be good with sharing the limelight with the little demon himself? We'll see.
Yes.
Maybe you'll come to Wildwood when we go next time because I didn't bring you. I only took Chester. I think you'll do great. Anyways, once again, it's been a long goodbye.
Yeah.
It's
always. Have a great week, everyone. We will see you next time.
Cheerio.